Yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Breathe just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless.
Well, draft week has concluded, and now we're on the path towards Fearless with fired up rosters, all looking to showcase which brand is actually the best. In the main event, well, it puts the two champions in the women's division up against one another here tonight, as well as some other fiery bouts to fuel our road to Fearless. So strap on in as we take a deep dive into 6 epic bouts. Magdeburg, Germany.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes!
Allow me to introduce you to him. Mello, don't miss, and tonight he is looking to make his primetime impact, and I can't blame him. With the television division in uproar, with a new champion taking the top spot, there's a chance here for Mello to rise up in this division, potentially become the new face. But to get there, it's never an easy path. Oh no, never easy. Because, as you can hear, the war drums are sounding. And folks, it's not Oktoberfest yet. It is instead Fight Night.
And his opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Well, it's the first time we've seen Sheamus here in IPW in quite some time, and fighting is his bread and butter, and he's going to be in for one big old brawl with Carmelo Hayes. We'll see how this shapes up as, I'm feeling amped up for this belter. What a way to kick off Primetime as these two come to blows, and Sheamus issuing Mello to fire the first shot. Well, we said we're in for a brawl, and it's certainly what we've got to start off this matchup. Mello and Sheamus exchanging blows. Sheamus gonna stop the first shot. Mello's finally able to stop one. And they continue. chops, punches, slaps, you name it. They are using their fists, their hands to deliver punishment to one another. And, well, it's going to end in just an exchanging of fists. The punches land in even fashion. Mello going to be the one to take control. Springboard moonsault. Into the cover as well. Quick. 1 count off of just everything that just took place. Mello launches into the arm drag, takes down Sheamus. And you have to feel the Celtic Warrior really wants something like that, a backdrop, just to get back into this. But there's Mello. Straight back to his feet. Back beckoning Sheamus into making a mistake. The arm being dragged down. It's not La Mystica, but it almost turns into it. Mello had control for the moment, but now losing it to Sheamus, who's going to happily deliver him snake eyes into the corner. And we know the Celtic Warrior can, in a turn of a second, just bang, hit you with the big shot, the money shot. That knee is one of those big weapons. And that was the attempt at the biggest weapon. The bro kick not going to hit. Mello evades that. Now, trying for that code breaker. Not going to get it. That being said, Mello still containing Sheamus. Sends him to ringside. And that means Mello can do what he wants from here. Springboard tries for the splash. Sheamus evades. You have to feel, with the fact that we are closing in on Fearless, the fact we will be seeing some team wrestling on that card. You want to be making a splash, making an impact when you get a chance to compete. Obviously, last week, the big draft week of action, 4 stars leaving Primetime and Breakdown to join potentially Underground, as Sheamus going to bust open Mello here. It means that new allegiances are being formed, and Sheamus charging in, delivering a stiff shot to Mello. He rolls out, but he's straight into the Sheamus's hands, takes him up top, but Mello escapes from the powerbomb position. Could have been a potential Celtic cross heading his way. Sheamus going to continue controlling this battle. Mello hits this one, though, on the point. Gets the 3 there. Mello don't miss. And he doesn't need to go for that nothing but net. Instead, that code breaker getting the job done. The earlier La Mystica doing work, and then that knee. That was the big moment Sheamus needed. He failed the Celtic cross there, and then bang, caught the swish. And down for the 3.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes!
Busted open don't mean a thing if you're picking up the win. Mello victorious and could be launching his attack in his television division. Watch that gunfire. It almost hit me. But it's a rat-a-tat-tat.
following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 420 pounds, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, as we said last week, Fearless is all about brand supremacy. Well, there will be a three-way dance in the tag team division. Each brand needs their best teams, really, to come together to beat the other teams. The winner of that matchup will get a tag team title bout. Well, Primetime seem to be testing their best teams here tonight, as two of them are in action against one another. We're about to bring the smoke. Let's mix it up, folks.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
And bringing all that swagger. And, well, can you blame them? Whole lot of energy compacted into this lineup. That's just from Montez Ford. Dawkins brings that extra boom, the power. And that makes this such a prolific team. This is going to be an interesting matchup. You've got such cohesiveness out of the Motor City Machine Guns. Arguably one of the best tandem tag teams in pro wrestling. Up against a very well-rounded Street Profits. You've got the high-flying, high-octane speed of Ford, alongside the power game of Angelo Dawkins, and it makes them such a great team as, I think both Sabin and Ford looking to fly there, but it is Sabin that connects, landing the high-octane offense first. Whip, though, out from Ford, tries to get Sabin in the corner, but cannot follow through. Instead, it's Sabin up, down with the brainbuster. Head of Ford spiked into the canvas, and well, Sabin's applying more pressure. Going for the armbar, but our referee there to spot the rope break, and well, she also got a good look at that super kick out from Sabin. Ford really struggling to find a foot in this matchup. Sabin keeping the pressure on, but roll up here, Ford gets called for the rope break as well. Now he gets to go on the offensive though, and snapmare takedown, followed up with a boots to the back of the skull, the drop kick on point, and he's going to follow it up with a splash, but no. It's a misfire on that as Sabin springboards up, missing. A big miss at that as Ford. His whip again. Not going to work for that intended outcome. Sabin letting him know with a few little taunts inside the ring. And well, Dawkins gets introduced to Chris Sabin. Blocks his punch, and well, as Ford's getting up, the abdominal stretch from Dawkins really letting Sabin know he's in Street Profit territory. All through Ford avoiding Sabin's follow-up. But he will send the Motor City Machine Gun running. Saban, though, and Ford try to exchange chops, but it's Saban's gut kick that will be the one to find a target. Also hitting that super kick to the skull. Turns Ford to the ring at a count of 8. Breaks the count as well. This is where the Guns can start to maybe elevate the tempo of this match as a springboard roll through, not going to connect. Gives Ford an opportunity to get back into this. Saban going to not allow it. Instead, Death Valley driver. Down goes Montez. Tag made. Saban brings in Shelley. But here comes Dawkins as Ford makes the crawl across the ring. Shelley scooping up Dawkins up and down. Fisherman suplex, and well, it's going to be followed up with some springboard attempted action. I'm saying attempted because it misses and Dawkins going to make him pay. Maybe not. Crucifix pin here for Shelley. Gets the count going, but it's not going to be anything that's going to claim victory. Instead, he needs to send Dawkins to his corner. Tag made. In comes Saban once again, and the stereo super kicks find their mark. But they find their mark, and well, Dawkins also finds his, makes the tag, brings in Montez once again to battle with Saban. Big impact there for Ford. And well, Dawkins also getting involved in the action. Shelley planted with a DDT as well. That's a little bit of tag team tandem offense from the Street Profits. They hit their markers. Ford might have just made a mistake. Taunting in the corner. Shelley waiting. Gonna pounce. Sends Ford running, but cannot hit him. Instead, it's just a meeting of the minds in the center of the ring. And that gives Montez a chance to punish. A chance to get back on the offensive. He scoops up Shelley. Shoulder breaker as well. The Guns could be losing that early advantage. As Ford, again, a second shoulder breaker. Clearly, he's got his eyes set on one body part of Alex Shelley. Irish whip. Oh, running knee lift. Throws the kitchen sink into the stomach of Ford. Back in comes Saban. Just stands there, a little bit lackadaisical from him. Does give Montez a chance to punish. And punish he does. Wacky line, followed up this time with the splash. And this could be momentum shift that the Profits really do need to pick up the win here. Montez sending Saban for a run, a drop down. All caught. German from Saban. We are seeing what both these teams can do. Ford, tag out. In comes Dawkins. He's fired up, charges in, trying to pounce Saban, but it's a miss, giving Saban an opportunity. Irish whip, reversing that tune. As Dawkins eats a punch, Saban, springboard, connects. He hits the DDT, planting Dawkins, and in comes Shelley. He can pick up the pieces here. Hooks up. Oh, trying for that fisherman suplex once more, but the pin. It's a reversal of fortune. Dawkins on top. There's a stiff shot as well. Angelo brings back Montez. It's frequent tagging in and out for the Street Profits as there's an abdominal stretch. Up, caught. Shelley puts him down. Turns that momentum into a cross body. Follows it up then with a moonsault. And Dawkins needed to break that one up. Ford nips up into Shelley's grasp once again. And he's going to get planted with a sliced bread. Ford has to fire back. Fires off the clothesline, and that could be the beginning of the Profits closing this matchup. All the Motor City Machine Guns ending it all, targeting Ford with the big offense. Dawkins, though, back legal. He's going to be on the receiving end here. Put into gun territory. And he's going to be flatlined into that middle ring post. It's a hard landing, but somehow he's still uncorking shot after shot. I believe that was a German onto Sabin at ringside. He took a crash landing into the steel steps. And Shelley's seen enough. He's protecting his partner here. Sabin tries for the super kick. He's not going to connect. Instead, Shelley needs to uncork some stiff punches in bunches to really stop what Dawkins was after there. Irish whip. Letting Angelo know that guns mean business when you target an illegal man, but that means even more business. A spear connecting for Dawkins, and there he goes, hooking up and twisting into the neck breaker, planting Shelley for the cover. But it's a quick, and I do mean quick, kick out for Alex Shelley. But as quickly as he kicks out, he's been busted open. Dawkins laying in the big shots, and Ford looks to follow it up, dropping the axe to the skull. Tag made. Guns on the offensive, looking to end it. Skull and bones connecting. The cover. It's not going to be good. Or is it? Dawkins went after Shelley. Removed him from play. Then went for the pin. Sabin, though, continuing. Rising up top. Dawkins out of the picture. The cross body from Sabin hits its mark. Off the ropes goes Sabin, the big, stiff knee. Will he follow it up with a pin? The answer's no, because Ford back to his feet. Irish whip puts Sabin into Profit territory. Tag made. And here comes the big time shot. The Profits bringing the smoke. They're looking for a little more. Dawkins, though, not going to be able to send Sabin into the corner. Instead, it's Sabin sending Dawkins into Profit territory. And he is just unloading these stiff punches, ending with Dawkins being busted open. The full Monty of shots land, and Sabin continues the punishment. In with the senton on point. And now Shelley into the ring. Back into the fray. He unloads. Both these men inside the ring busted open, and Shelley going to be tossed over the top. As Dawkins, he sees the opportunity, but no. Caught, dragon screw down to the canvas. Shelley tagging out. Senses danger. Sabin back in. TNA kick. Dawkins hung out to dry. Angelo really needing to find the momentum shift as well. Saban's hanging out 4 to dry as well. A lot of washing needs drying, it seems. And Dawkins, recipient of the first, back in the ring. Now battling with Shelley, stalling out with the vertical suplex. A Chris Jericho cover from Dawkins. Cocky. Well, Angelo, while it was cocky, almost gets the win. Saban not going to intervene because he realizes his partner can kick out of it. Shelley in trouble, has to find out the corner, realize could have been a precarious maneuver. Snap Dragon suplex from Shelley. He hits his mark and then follows it up. Body slam puts down Dawkins. And we said earlier it was frequent tags by the Profits that were hitting their mark. Now it's the Guns constantly tagging in. Angelo follows it up, launching with the Bulldog. Saban forced out the ring to the apron. Or back in as well. Both men jockeying for position now. TNA kick. Saban hooks him up for a cradle shock. Well, that's only one variation, that maneuver that Saban uses. It's more like Hail Saban he just used. Now this is a big haluva kick. Down goes Ford and he's in trouble. Hooked up now, and this is the cradle shock. Planted down. Dawkins there though. Will keep this matchup alive, but for how much longer? Saban lining up the target, gets him up again. Fireman's carry, a second cradle shock. 1, 2, 3. And the Guns get the job done. And realistically, we talk about the game plan from Motor City Machine Guns. Realistically, they put their heavy offense right onto Montez. Skull and Bones, the first of the heavy offense, the heavy artillery. We also saw a sliced bread out from Shelley. I believe that was also onto Ford, but here we see the first, I believe, of the 2 cradle shocks. Down for the cover. It gets broken up by Dawkins, but this one, nah. This is a kiss goodnight. Bang! And that goodnight is a 3 count.
Here are your winners, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
It amazes me that this team are yet to receive a title shot or a title opportunity in IPW. If they can prove themselves at Fearless, maybe they'll have earned it. We will have to see then. Well, I received word last week, well, to start this week off, from Eve Torres.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Alpha Academy from Phoenix, Arizona, Maxine Dupree.
Yes, Maxine Dupree obviously was victorious last week over AZM, but she is not done beating members of Queen's Quest, she said. She demanded an opportunity here tonight up against couple more members of that faction. And from my understanding, he has called in some backup. Whoever that is, I don't know, but she said it's to match the quote-unquote Alpha Academy energy and uniting.
Partner, representing American made from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ivy Nile.
And uniting two former friends. That's right, it appears Dupree has asked for the backup of American-made Ivy Nile, the former underground champion. The Stone Pitbull. The Pitbull. Stone Pitbull is Tomohiro Ishii, but similar sort of monikers for both of them, I guess. Unrelenting, absolute beast. Well, now, Nile. Eyes firmly set to coincide with the goals of Maxine Dupree. And those goals clearly are to battle the tag champs. Could you imagine? Dupree and
their opponents, the undisputed women's tag team champions, Black Beast and Sarah Carey, Tammy Havoc.
could you imagine Dupree and Nile were able to beat the new tag champions, crowned just before the showdown on break time? These two battled tooth and nail with JC Jane and Jasmine Nix to grab their gold. Now they look set to deal with Dupree and Nile. But if Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile earn the dub here, you've got to think that they will be the two stars representing the women's tag team division of Primetime. If they're already beating the tag champions, because we know who's going to be repping Breakdown. It's fairly obvious they just got the former tag champions confirmed during draft week. This Fatal Influence will be in that picture, you have to feel. The roll appear early into this matchup from Momo. She gets into the fray early here against Dupree after a tag out by Saya Kamitani. And obviously we spoke about how the showdown went for Momo. Barely missing out on the actual live event, but I think she's kind of glad she didn't make it to the showdown, instead claiming gold the day before the tournament would reach its climax, or its penultimate climax. As a stiff boot there. And our big tag's out, bringing back Saya Kamitani into the ring. Why the camera's focused on Momo, I don't know, but Ivy Nile, now legal it seems, as Saya Kamitani battles to her feet. Springboard. In for the leg drop. Somehow she connects there. It's a weird landing, but Nile's down for the cover. Oh, almost a 2. Saya and Nile jockeying for a grapple. It's going to be Ivy that gets it. But the get is a gimme. And it doesn't work for her. Instead, Saya gets out the back door of the suplex attempt and, well, he's still able to fight back. Nile. An Irish whip now. Sending Saya to the corner. Another one. This time from Kamitani, puts her in hate territory, and there's the tag. Momo back legal for the team. Leaping shoulder tackles by the tag team champions. Obviously, the whole reason this matchup's happening is last week, Maxine Dupree took on AZM, one of the other members of Queen's Quest. And well, it was pretty self-explanatory, the outcome of that one. Dupree and AZM went to war, but it was Maxine that, well, took the W there and took it with some stank on it. Now she has to battle with the tag champions. Nice spinning heel kick there, though. There's Watanabe and Kamitani. We know how solid of a team they are. They found their footing here on Primetime, and well, with the fact that Fatal Influence technically still have to deal with hate, obviously, the tag team championships are shared across brands. It means that literally anyone can challenge hate for them belts, but till after Fearless, hate don't have to worry about a challenge because of the fact that, well, number one contendership is on the line on that live event. There's a nice DDT there from Niall, puts down Momo, but tag out. Watanabe escapes the danger, but here comes Ivy. Uncorking shots onto Kamitani. Is forced into the corner. Able to escape, but keep your eyes. Ivy could, on a moment's notice, land a big shot, but so can Kamitani. The big-time knee finds its mark. Use that to win the titles. And now, we'll be looking to just prove a point by beating Niall with it, but Dupree into the ring will break it up. That means we still continue to battle. Oh, nice spinning heel kick there from Kamitani, who's not relinquishing control of this battle. Niall's not able to escape. Kamitani pulls through, avoids Niall's follow-up shot. Instead, takes her up and down. Leg trapped. Saito suplex. Kamitani ascends to the heavens quickly. The Phoenix looking to fly, but fails to connect. Momo gets involved there. And that's probably smart from Watanabe. It gives Kamitani that chance to recover, but here's the issue. Niles, wise to what the antics were, still able to get the tag out, bringing Dupree, who's now on the receiving end of some Kamitani offense. Saya pulls through. Springboard connecting. The forearm smash on point. This is the tag champions in great effect here. They look so good. Michinoku driver from Kamitani, putting down Dupree, and then a bridging suplex. My word. This is just Saya Kamitani proving why she is goated, but she's caught swirled. Dupree, she's found an opportunity. The opportunity could be lax. Electric chair, hooks the arms into the suplex. Bridging cover here for Maxine. Gets the 2 over the tag champion. That's how she was able to deal with AZM. That bridging suplex on the mark. Now, Niall into the picture. Irish whip reversed. Drop kick on point. Kamitani, she could either look for 2 things here. The tag out to bring Momo in. She receives some heavy punishment from Maxine. Or the tag team tandem offense, and that's what they're going for here, Hate. Irish whip. Leaping shoulder tackles once more. Watanabe. Now legal. Avoids a grapple from Niall. Takes waist control. Well, hooks her up. Twisting into that knee. Interesting maneuver there from Momo. Not what you typically see out of her, but now Niall has control. Stiff shot connects. Goes behind, and uh-oh. That's a big time landing. I don't know what to call that. Blockbuster? It's probably the closest thing to what I would have a name for it. I thought for a second Niall was going for a Dragon Sleeper in the corner. Her big finish is that Dragon Sleeper, but no. Instead, just looking to punish now Momo in the corner. Watanabe rolling away from Maxine Dupree and Niall's haven. Niall continuing the punishment here. Momo, very little answer. Oh, now she has one. Avoids the German suplex. And then flying, no, won't connect. Instead, a whip. Reversed. Niall. Lining up Momo, will strike true, and she's going for it again. Indeed, it's a blockbuster. Up and over the top, the cover here, and a quick kick out from Watanabe. She's not received too much punishment. The whip again, not going to work out for her, and then a Hurricane Rana out from Niall. Picture perfect. For the tag champions, you got to feel this is a precarious position. Fight back though from Momo, gets to her feet. Oh, a kick down low. And a stiff shot to the back of the skull. Tag made, in comes Sale once more, but I think this is a partial mistake by Watanabe. Momo's not received too much punishment. Saya has taken a little bit more, and well, that could be what makes or breaks this match for the tag champions. Irish whip once again. Tag made. The champions. They've got Niall in trouble. They roll her through. Wheelbarrow into the DDT. Launching into a peach sunrise, it seems. Cover for Watanabe. One right in front of Maxine. So that's the expected outcome. Niall. The grapple caught as she, a little bit of a blink there. Momo, belly to belly, but the eye rate comes through from Niall. She gets Fireman's carry, but escaping out the back door. Momo's boot caught, steps through, up and over, and hits the back swinging shot. Maxine now legal. She has Momo hooked up. Roll through. Momo on top. 1, 2. Pin reverse. Now it's Maxine up and over, but no, the pin reversed again. Momo on top and the kick out comes through. But there's Maxine, the long legs up and down with the Hurricane Rana. Picture perfect offense from Maxine. He's looking for a little bit more picture perfect action, but there's Sonato! And Momo connects. Down goes Maxine. And the tag champions, they are sensing blood in the water. A chance to put an end to this matchup. Maxine traps the arm, but no. Kamitani escapes, sending Maxine to the corner. Tag made. And the champions unfoil another shot. Momo, Peach, Sunrise, planting Maxine. Once more, the cover comes through. And once more, Niall intervenes. But she's now, because of that intervention, receiving punishment from Watanabe. Snap vertical suplex. Momo, she staggers Niall. 3. And a roundhouse. She is just beating both of them up. Count of 3. Loss from Momo onto Niall, forcing her to roll. German suplex number 1. Ripcord Rainmaker. Turns her inside out. The referee needs to get a call to this. I've got a feeling there may be a DQ coming. Fisherman suplex. Niall. She's going to get out of there. Maxine trying to just deal with Saya Kamitani. What in the world does this match down to? Spinning heel kick connects onto Saya. Momo returns to the ring as Maxine continues to battle Saya. Takes her up top. Sit out powerbomb. On point for Maxine, but that's not a legal start. Instead, it's Momo who is legal, who's delivering a Northern Lights suplex right to your body after beating up your tag partner. All the hate in the world coming out here onto Maxine. As Watanabe, oh no, missing the missile. Count of 6. Dupree hits her missile. Count of 8. Momo staggered. Count of 9. She needs to get back in, and indeed she does. She avoids the boot from Maxine for the second. Drop down though, Dupree. Leapfrogs her. A meeting in the mind. Momo. Sonado hits the target. Tag made. Kamitani in. Saya. She just received some punishment from Maxine after being the illegal man. Spinning 450, but no. Misses the mark. Pump kick misses its mark. Momo doesn't with the headbutt. Giving Kamitani chance to fly, but no, she misses it again. Tag champions, they know they've got Maxine on the ropes. Puts her in the corner, tag made. The champions, they're going to launch the offensive adder. Shoulder tackle from Watanabe. Nip up from Maxine. Onto Momo as she scoops her up and brings her down. Maxine's on the offensive. The kick from Momo is going to stop said offensive. Puts her in the corner. Tag made. Tag champions on point. Yet again, they could be looking to wheelbarrow her. It was the other way round last time. This time the DDT launching into that suplex. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And the tag champions prove their worth. They show why the gold sits with them through this hard-fought battle. I say hard-fought. Niall and Dupree did not waver in this one. They were battling through all of this as we see a bit of the battling on your screen. That electric chair suplex into the bridge, forcing the kick out of Kamitani. And it was just a little tussle between both teams, and oh, here we see the ending. Saya staring daggers into Niall.
Here are your winners, Sarah, Carrie, Tammy, and Black Beast Havoc.
The tag champs getting the job done here tonight. We'll see if the next matchup, the stars can also prove their worth. Let's send it to that bout. You know what's coming. We can talk about the voice of the voiceless all night long.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 227 pounds, CM Punk!
But we will not be needing to do that. He had a great run of form that led him to victory, making it into the showdown. But his run ended to the hands of Shawn Michaels on night one. Now, Punk has his eyes set on a different prize. No longer the showdown. It is instead the World Championship. But someone who also would like the taste of the men's top championship here on Primetime is a Dom Me
And his
Daddy.
opponent from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
The Bondage Undertaker is here for his throne. There are a lot of names that we really want to challenge the Rainmaker after his run in the Showdown tournament, failing to qualify to either night of the show. Priest is one of those names, so is Punk after his dominant run through that tournament. The question is, can Priest stake his claim? Well, that question will not be answered if he can't get past CM Punk. Well, the first shot in the match goes in favor of Priest. He is expected to come out of the gates thick and fast as a whisper in the wind, gonna fail to connect. Now Damian needs to respect what Punk can do from this position. Targeting the legs here of Priest. Maybe wise from Punk, but Priest back on the offensive. Stomping his authority into Punk. Almost asking him, begging him to respect his authority. Punk unloads, dropping Priest, and well, backing and forthing these two can do will really set the tune, the tone, this entire battle. Over here for Punk. Quick kick out by Priest to stay in this battle. You know that everyone will really just keep on throwing caution to the wind as Punk rolls through in that center. Now, lying in wait, looking to strike Priest on the money. Forces him into the rope, but no, not going to get it. Instead, Priest sends Punk over the top. Well, this is not a good position to be in if you're Punk. Battered into the canvas. Priest, the hand cocked, ready. Not going to go for the south side of heaven. Instead, some kicks, that kickboxing background coming into play as he strikes on the money. Then a stiff forearm smash, but look at Punk. He's fired up, back up to his feet. And a step up enziguri. Just letting Priest know he's there. Punk charges in, kick down low. Connects to the back, forces Priest to turn his back, and then he's goozled. But no. Elbow connects. Punk connects as well. Anaconda Vice locked in tight. Center of the ring, Priest. It's either tap or a break out of the hold, and he opts for the latter. Gets to safety. Now kicking on point, and that forearm smash, a bigger point to it because it's going to bust open Punk. Scoop up, and then the toss. Priest loading. Trying to stomp into CM Punk, but no. Discus forearm will connect though. Damien, he is on the money right now. Hand goes up again. Not going to goozle him. Instead, it's Punk finding out the grasp and then connecting. Shining Wizard! And Punk opts for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, his form during the showdown looks to have continued here. On to Primetime. As the voice of the voiceless, he beats Damian Priest, a not easy opponent. No slouch, I should say. As this Shining Wizard, right on the money. Priest could have maybe reached out for the bottom rope, but no.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
The lights went out, and Punk stands victorious. We'll see if victory continues. We now focus in on our co-main event, featuring one of our champions. Let's send it. Well, it's odd for the champion to come out first, but clearly he wants to make a statement. Obviously, he retained his belt during break time. To show his run in that tournament was merely a fluke. Now he looks to do the double.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 236 pounds, the undisputed world heavyweight champion,
And tonight, he's taking out the second half of the contingent he battled on break time. If you missed that show, don't blame you for how the quality turned out, but if you missed that matchup, Okada took on Tony D'Angelo in a battle that just was to let people know that if Tony D's win was a fluke or not, as he did pip the Rainmaker during that tournament. Now he faces
and his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 206 pounds, the Underdog.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor, for finishing my sentence. But yes, Channing stacks Lorenzo. I believe this is his first IPW bout as he struggles to get in the ring there. Yes, it's an opportunity up against the champion. The underboss. Thrown straight in the deep end, it seems. We'll see if he can hang with the undisputed IPW World Heavyweight Champion. Referee, big woman Guile. As we get underway, DDT, that ebb and flow style, not going to connect. Instead, it stacks, launching a forearm smash. If you're Lorenzo, any chance you can get to bring down the Rainmaker, to just pile on the punishment, you've got to take it. You can't be cocky, because this is what happens. Well, no. Again, it's an ebb and flow attempt for Okada, and it doesn't work for him. This, however, will. Takes the back in it and just a vicious rake down it. Both go for springboard offense. Okada falls short of his. Lorenzo missed as well, but he is the one that was standing there. Cover here, though, for the Rainmaker. It's a quick shoulder up for Lorenzo. And you've got to just think of this logically, that the Rainmaker, while obviously he knows he is the superior star here, he will want to set a precedence that he isn't a weak champion, that no one's on his level. Stiff shots connecting. Drop kick, picture perfect as always. And the champion, after two failed ebb and flow DDTs, he is back in control and unloading onto Lorenzo. Butterflies him up and over with the suplex. The champion, springboard up, down, moonsault, on point. Cover here as well. 1, 2. Lorenzo's able to kick out, show some fight here. But he is outgunned and caught. Spinning tombstone from the champion. Engraving on his tombstone. And, well, it was an attempt maybe at the Rainmaker. Lorenzo evades it. He knew it was coming, as most people do when you eat that tombstone. Lorenzo keeps going for that fist drop, but it's not working. And this, no, not this time. That ebb and flow not going to connect for the Rainmaker. A Claymore strike, though, for Lorenzo will meet its mark. He has Okada in trouble, but the boot caught. The big-time lariat from Okada deals with Lorenzo for the moment. And, well, a spike pile driver. My word. Kazuchika Okada is not mincing any words here. Rainmaker, statement making, tries to fly, but no, falls short once more. Lorenzo sends him to the corner, charges in. Stiff lariat of his own. As he lies in wait, looking. Fireman's carry. But caught. Drop down, inverted DDT. And the Rainmaker, he smells blood in the water. And he's gonna punish with the Rainmaker. Cover for the champion. And that's it. Okada gets the job done. We saw Punk earlier, but that is a big boy. Drafted last week. And well, he's got his eyes firmly set on the prize. Could we be seeing in the future the Ruler versus the Rainmaker? Well, we just saw some carnage. And what a way to end that co-main event. But the main event, it's a little sweeter. Because both champs are in action in the women's division.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Fernando, Chile, the Heritage Champion, Stephanie Bunker.
Well, Vakir, we know there's a lot to prove after a Road to the Showdown blunder. He obviously defended that championship on break time. Well, a couple weeks ago now. Against AZM. In a solid matchup. In fact, I would have classed that as a matchup of the week. But now, she beat probably the quote-unquote weakest member of Queen's Quest. Now she goes up against the top dog of the faction.
And her opponent, representing the Queens from Japan, the undisputed Women's World Television Champion, the Queen,
Utami Hayashishita stands opposite Stephanie Vakir tonight. Obviously, during the Road to the Showdown, drafted into separate brackets, and well, Utami, after I would say a rocky start in the tournament, bounced back, made it all the way to night 2, where fell short to the inevitable winner of the entire tournament, Julia, in the quarterfinals. Now, these two battle it out, champ versus champ, as we tie things up. Vakir, wrist control over Utami. She's going to continue the pressure. It's interesting to note the gear choice here for Stephanie. Going full red, obviously. A nice touch against the Red Queen herself. Hayashishita needs to break out this hold, but a standing STO from Vakir gonna break the hold herself, just so she can maintain control over Hayashishita. The fight back from the Red Queen, you know it will come as she picks the leg, stacks her up for a cover early. 2 count. Pin reverse, now it's Vakir on top. Utami out the back door, escaping the count of 1, but that was a quick 2 early into this matchup. Vakir, well, caught maybe off that pin attempt. Not expecting that out from the Red Queen early, and that's the good thing about Utami. She keeps people guessing. She's a hard nut to crack. Not many is able to do it. But obviously last week, these two tagged together to pick up an interesting win in the opener to Primetime last week. I still am unsure how the bell was rang for the win. I believe it was a DQ. But yes, there's the attention focusing on this matchup. Vakir now taking control. Stun gun on to Utami. Red Queen really needs to answer the call as this Fujiwara armbar applied. Rope break called here. Your referee, Miss Guile, drawing the action as always. As well, Utami now unloads a stiff shot to the body. She can now begin her assault. Shoulder tackles unloaded, dropping Vakir to a seated position. And look at just how fired up Utami is as she charges in, but charges straight into Vakir's boot. And Stephanie unloads a stiff lariat. Statement-making shot here against the top dog of this Primetime women's division. Vakir now, springboard, launches, but falls short. Vakir did not realize Utami was going to relocate there. And that gives the Red Queen control. Shot after shot connecting. There's a big-time German out from the Red Queen. The bridge. I'm going to go for the cover instead. Hooks Vakir up for a little hijack bomb. Picture perfect from the Red Queen. The biggest tool in her kit thrown at Vakir. Almost gets the job done, but you're gonna need a lot to put away Stephanie. The Prospects champion showing her might, resiliency. But as she now realizes it's all power from Utami, who drops her with a short arm clothesline. The cover again for the Red Queen. 1, 2. Kick out necessary. Vakir battles to her feet. Kick caught. Utami punishing the potential of Vakir. Closing it as a heel hook applied here. Not something you typically expect out of the Red Queen, but she's utilizing every trick in the book here against Stephanie. Kick connects. Now what does Utami have? Gut wrench up. Oh, and brings her down. Dominator. Needs to get Vakir back in the ring to put an end to this madness. Well, it looks like Utami's doing just that. Targets the leg. Vakir down. Utami ascending. Launching the King Kong knee drop. Lands it on target, but Vakir still has fight left. Dragon screw. Has the Red Queen on notice, but Utami out the back. Punch connects. Hooks her up. Torture rack. Into the bomb. That should be it. Vakir down. Utami on top for the cover and the win. Last year, we did this matchup. It was Fallon Henley champion versus, I believe, Natalia or Lyra. And long story short, Fallon fell short as top champion. It's so refreshing to see our top champion here on Primetime beat the mid-card champion, showcasing that it isn't just pure luck, she's top dog. As Utami picks up the win here tonight to round out Primetime.
Here is your winner, the Queen!
Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Thursday, we'll see breakdown and the carnage unfold there. But from me tonight, if you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here, or if you do want to. I will see you next time. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind.